What it do, Z Boy crew? We're here with another live stream for you guys. Today we're bringing West Ham v Chelsea preview. So make sure to stay tuned today, guys. We're going to talk all West Ham. We're going to talk about Rudiger as well. We're going to mention Rudiger a little bit, but mainly West Ham, Chelsea. We're going to discuss all that. So let's get into that right now. Okay. Welcome back, guys, to another stream here on the Z-Boy channel. Hope everyone's having a good day today. It's match day, ladies and gentlemen. It is match day. It's a big match. It's a massive match for me. I think this match is going to justify our rest of the season, to be honest with you, because we've been really, really shocking. And today is just going to kind of, I wouldn't say kind of conclude how we're going to finish our season, but it's going to justify whether we really fight for this season or we're just going to end it. But let's start off with some really good news. I'm going to get the just the article up. Guys, if you're ready, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, post notifications on. Guys, let me know your thoughts on Rudiger while I find it. Because he looks like he's going to leave. It looks like he's going to leave. Everyone's coming out saying that Rudiger is, on the verge of leaving. He's signed for Real Madrid apparently, but let's bring up what Fabrizio said yesterday. And he comes out saying that Rudiger will leave Chelsea on a free transfer, as he can't wait 2 months for the new owners. No bid on the table. He was always been respectful, but it's a time for a new challenge. But it's time for a new challenge. It's over. It's over, he says. Rudiger is officially gone from Chelsea. That's massive news. Now, let me give my thoughts on it. Rudiger leaving is a disaster. We're already in a low position. Rudiger leaving adds to our worstness, if that's even a word. Our worstness. I don't know the word for that. But him leaving is gonna make our defense in general just drop, because right now we're looking at Sarr, Silva, and Chalobah as our back three for next season if we don't sign anyone. And knowing Chelsea, I really think that if we got rid of Christensen, I don't think we would have probably signed anyone. I really think we would have gone for Kunde, but it would have been so hard. It would have been challenging, and I didn't really feel confident on it. Like I didn't as much as I did last season. This season, because I don't know which owners are going to come in. I've been saying, we're going to sign Kunde, but these owners, like, I don't have that much knowledge about them to be like, yeah, they're going to come in and just buy Ronaldo, or they're going to come in and buy Ramos. Like, we don't know what they're going to do, to be honest. Like, Todd Boehly in his conservatorium, I don't know what they're going to come and do. Because now this process has been going on for a month and a half, nearly 2 months, and the owners aren't in yet. Like, we know it's Todd Boehly. Get him in so we can go back to normal. And this is the one reason why Rudiger is leaving, because he doesn't know where he's going to face in his career. Reports came out, we gave him 230k a week. He declined. Now, we try to relate that back to the situation on Christensen. I'm going to keep the same energy I kept with Christensen. Let's look at Christensen's position. Christensen, number one, he's an average defender. He's been average for us. He chose a shittier club over us, despite giving him what he wanted. We refer to him as a snake. We look at Rudiger. Rudiger has been a fantastic defender for us. It goes in the books. It's been fantastic. We gave him what he wanted. He decides to go to a better club. I wouldn't call that a snake, but I'll call that very disrespectful. And I will keep the same energy towards Christensen and Rudiger on being very disrespectful. However, I will keep the Christensen more as a snake, because Christensen goes to a shitty club. At least Rudiger, is going to if not a better club. However, I'll repeat myself. I do think it's very disrespectful from both of them, and I will keep the same energy for Rudiger. I do think Rudiger was very disrespectful by the way he just left after we gave him the money he wanted. Now, there's reports again coming out saying that he wanted to leave Chelsea because he wanted to fund his Sierra Leone, the country Sierra. I don't know how to pronounce. Sorry, that country foundation. So he wanted to go to a club where they'll give him more money, so he can go and fund that his foundation, which can be reasonable to the point where I don't know, like if we're giving him 200 and this a week, like yes, it's a lot of money, but he wants more to all put that to his foundation. Like I get it, he can do what he wants. He wants to have this project on the side. I understand, but when you're getting 230k, which he wanted in general, he now wants a extension fee. He wanted a one time fee for his contract extension, which I think when that was in discussion, that's when Roman got kicked out, and then there was nothing for that. So he doesn't know his issue, and I understand his issue. Where and I look at the Madrid game, and I said this speculation yesterday. I'm not going to say it's 100% true. This is my speculation on it. I looked at him on the Real Madrid game, and I looked at him, and I saw in the Real Madrid game, he was the only one who wanted to win that game. He was the only one who wanted to win that Real Madrid game. I saw his intensity. I saw the way he was screaming, he was shouting, he wanted to win. And then I look at every other single player on that pitch, and I did not see the same intensity from him. And I can relate that back to myself because if I have that intensity on the pitch, like Rudiger did, where he's shouting, he's screaming, he's doing like he's fighting, like he wants to win. And when he has that intensity, and no one else on that pitch is having that intensity, to be honest with you, I would want to leave that club as well. I wouldn't want to have be in a club where they don't have that winning mindset. And I'll be honest, I don't think anyone that Madrid game wanted to win that game more than Rudiger. And I think Rudiger is mentally on a higher level than anyone at Chelsea right now. He's mentally, when he wants to win, he wants to win. And I want everyone matching his intensity, because if everyone matched his intensity, we would have bet Madrid. We would have bet Madrid. Big up to TJ's Shama, obviously always here first. Big up to him. Obviously, you guys didn't do too well last night, but I appreciate joining here. Big up to Trills00. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well. Let us know your thoughts on the really good situation. Guys, I forgot to mention, I'll open the lines when we get the Chelsea West Ham lineup. I'll open the lines. You guys come in and we'll do the lineup together, because I know we're gonna have a lot of difference for the lineup for sure. But I'll close in the last 2 minutes. We're about to 10 minutes, so I'm going to close the last 2 minutes on Rudiger, and then we'll move on to West Ham, because I want to keep this an hour, just under an hour, just over an hour. I like to keep this pretty short. But on to Rudiger. Finalize on it. I understand why he wants to leave. Do I think it's a good deal? No. Do I think he should leave? No. However, I understand that when he's in a situation where he wants a contract, he wants an extension, so he wants a contract, he wants something. But when you've got no owners to give him a contract, if you've got no owners to support him, he would want to leave. He would want to go to someone like Madrid who's asking for him. And when you've got no owners, like, what's he supposed to do? But it is very disrespectful, in my opinion. Yes, he's waited, he's been very respectful, but I've always said, if you're playing this well at a club, at this high level, why would you leave? And personally, anyone who leaves Chelsea and they're playing at this level will flop anywhere else. I'm being seriously honest. Look at Hazard. How good was he at Chelsea? Went to Real Madrid, flopped. Matic. That man was unbeatable at Chelsea. Look at him now, flopped. Mata, flopped. Fabregas, flopped. Like, when you go to this high level of Chelsea, you don't go to a better team and you don't perform better. When you're playing like this, like you're playing in your prime. Why would you leave this to go to another club? Like, you can go do that, but you got to suffer the consequences that you are going to fail. Like, I said that about Hazard. I said, I can't believe he's leaving us. And then when everyone wants him back, I was like, no, I don't want him back. I don't want to give him his second chance where he didn't respect his chance when he was here. He had the chance to stay. He didn't. He went to another club. He failed. Bad luck. That's not our problem now. We got better things to worry about. If Hazard ever joins this club back, I'm going to be very upset, because I don't want to give... Like, when Lukaku... I didn't want to give Lukaku a second chance, because I believe there's a second chance in football, but I believe when there's competition out there, that there isn't a second chance. When we've got competition like Haaland, there was Vlahovic, there was Lewandowski, and we go for Lukaku, That like to me, I never wanted Lukaku because I never wanted to get a second chance. When he got signed, I was like, you know what, we'll back him. I was like happy. I tried to make myself happy about it. Even though I did that, I was never really happy. And then I backed him. Like I wanted to back him. I wanted him to do well. I was always like, oh yeah, he's gonna score 30 goals this season. He's gonna be a masterclass this season. I was always going on shows just to hype him up because I wanted everyone. I wanted to make him good. I wanted to believe he'll become good. But I was always right deep down that when you leave a club when you're playing well in your prime, you're not going to come and do well at this other club. And I've learned that with Chelsea players. It's always come from Chelsea players like William as well, Czech as well. Like when you play at this high level of a team like Chelsea and you want to go to another challenge, go to another challenge. But you're not going to do as well as you did here. Christensen is going to go to Barcelona and flop. PK and Arejo will start over him. PK is injured. Garcia will start over him. Garcia is injured. What's his name? Migueza? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Migueza. Migueza will start over him. Then it'll be Christensen. I personally don't see Christensen playing much at all Barcelona. And that's another thing. Like, he's going to a club where I don't think he'll start. I generally don't think he'll start. As Rudiger's going to a club where he'll be a number one priority right there. That's it on Rudiger. I mean, yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad. Well, and it's putting us in a tough position because it's like now we're gonna go for a whole another defender. Like, yes, we're gonna go for Kunde, but now we're gonna go for someone else as well. Who's that someone else? Who is that someone else? To me, I'll be honest, I don't know. I can sit here and name some. Like, I want Scott Black from Freiburg. Dortmund, not Freiburg, not Dortmund, Freiburg from Bundesliga, but he looks like he's going to Dortmund. I want someone like him because I think he's a fantastic replacement. I said it before, even Rudiger was linked to leaving. Why am I on habits? But again, we have to go for someone now. Two, Kunde. Actually, I'll finish up. Kunde and maybe Koulibaly, and I say Koulibaly because of this. I was speaking to Kasim the other day on his channel, and everyone was saying Koulibaly. I was like, he's been on the market since 2016. Everyone's been trying to get Koulibaly. 2016. No one wanted to pay that fee. No one wanted to pay that 80 million. Remember, he was 50. No, it was 40. Then it was 50. Then it was 60. Then it was 80. And then it was 80 for like 2 seasons. Liverpool never wanted to buy him. They bought Konate. They bought. I don't know if they bought Van Dijk. I think that was just after his time. I'm not too sure. But they bought other players. And it always makes you think, why wouldn't these teams buy him? Why would we go out and buy him now? And his value is about 40 million. However, we don't have any experienced defenders in our team now. We've got Thiago Silva, who's going to be a rotational player. That's it. That's the only defender. That's the only centre back we have is Thiago Silva. So I wouldn't mind a Koulibaly coming in. We can buy him for 10 mil, drop his wages a bit, bring him in, play him as a short-term 3-year contract, and get him in while we look for some other defenders because I don't think that would be the worst option. But how he would do in the Prem, I don't know. I don't know how he's doing. Napoli, I think he's doing okay. But I don't know how he would do it in the Prem. But we'll talk transfers another time because when it hits July, August, we'll be discussing a lot because normally July is when the new starts. July will have that. And then August is like when it just gets thrown at you. So July, all the speculations happen. So July, we'll hear more about Rudiger officially. Probably even, maybe next week we'll hear something. I don't know. But let's go to West Ham. Let's go to West Ham. Massive game. Massive game. I'm not sure if the stat is correct, but I think West Ham have lost a lot of their away games. Let me have a look if that is true because I want. Well, yeah, they drew to Burnley. They were away. They lost to Brentford. They were away. And they had Leon away. I don't know. I saw some. I don't know if you guys. Let me know if it's right. But I saw something. It was like, oh, they're bad away or something. So I'm not too sure what that is. But let's look at it here. 7th versus 3rd. I don't even look at the ladder of the table anymore and go, oh, look, we're versing 15th. Like, that's no indication for Chelsea because they're going to be shit against any team. But looking at their lineup, I think this will be their lineup. I don't think they have anyone else Leo Zuma injured actually. Wow, Zuma's injured. Diop and Ogbana. So they've lost three of their centre backs. Wow, they have a lot of centre backs. Jesus. Um, but yeah, Diop and Ogbana is a long term. So they've got Dawson and Johnson. I know Dawson's very good. I think he's got some great kicks. Um, and he obviously goes those long crosses to Antonio in the box, and Antonio gets his long header and gets it in goals. That's what I'm going to be afraid about for this game. However, we're looking at it. Our lineup, man, we're fucking shocking. We're fucking shocking. This lineup is shocking. Look at our lineup, man. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna go to Mendy last. I'm not gonna talk about Mendy yet. I'm not gonna talk about Mendy because I'm gonna go on for about 20 minutes. From the front, street chat. Big up concierge. Okay, remember what's happening. I'm getting ready to play. I'm putting my gloves on because I'm signing goals today, so I'm getting ready. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on West Ham because man, I'm nervous. Big up to Gorton Plays. Appreciate you joining, mate. Hope you're new. Hope you're well. If you're new, make sure to like, subscribe. Yeah, but it's a great timing for us down here. Concierge, fantastic timing. 11 p.m. I love those times. I mean, the UK people they hate it because it's too early. They don't like the early time, but I love it. But yeah, let's look at it. So we've got Werner, Havertz, Mount. Looking at this lineup, if this probable lineup, yep, that'll be our front three. Maybe Pulisic over Mount, possibly to give Mount a rest, but we'll see what happens there. But I'm more focused on our back line. Let's jump to what everyone wants to know about our back line. Chalobah, Silva, James. Man, what has happened, man? I don't know. I don't know who to start this game because Christensen. Did he say Christensen was out? Let's change this. There you go. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Christensen on his period, so he's doubtful for this game. Rudiger's on a groin injury. While we're saying early May, it's next week. Obviously, Chilwell's out and Kovacic is out. So man, we've got our 1, 2, 3 main players. I'm not counting Christensen as that out. Obviously, Chilwell's been out for a while, but what do we do with this back line? What do we really do with it? Chalobah, I think for me, has to start. I think he has to. We can't play anyone else. Silva has to start. No rest for him. And I will play Aspie. I don't think anyone in this game scares me to the point where James needs to play centre back. I think Aspie can handle Fornals and Lanzini. Like, it's nothing that hard. And Basmati as well. They can handle him too. If you're probably Chelsea watch the game and let's have it right. Yeah, of course. I've watched. Gee, I think this whole April I've watched. I think every single Chelsea game. I think I've missed a game, this month. So shocking. Because I normally miss a couple. I think the FA Cups I would miss. Cause I can't bother watching those games at times. Too late. But no, I haven't had any commitments where I need to like rest. So I've watched pretty much nearly every single game this month. I pretty much watched 80% of the games. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, going back to this, obviously, like looking at this, it's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna be a very hard game. And as I said at the start of the stream, I said when we look at this game will probably dictate how we're gonna go for the rest of the season because we look at this game. Say we get a win, we win 1-0. That's motivation to go to United. Even United fans are coming out and saying that they can win against us. When you know this club United are in the mud, they're shit, they're useless. They just lost 3-1 to Arsenal. And they're coming out and saying that they could beat Chelsea. That's very, very worrying. And United fans this year have been very honest. They've been honest, like they're a shit team, and they go, "We've been very bad this season, but I can see us come back against a team like Chelsea." And for me, that just disappoints me. Having such better players than them and all that, better manager, and they can come out and say that they can win us, and they're true. They're true. They can come. They can come and beat us. What do we have as a sideways backwards merch doesn't play? Oh yeah. Did you know there's a stat I said on Lewis' stream? Obviously, the Jorginho hater doesn't say anything. I think the Jorginho hater. I'm not going to mention his name has turned because I don't think He hasn't mentioned him in his mouth since he hasn't been playing and since we've been losing without him. But Jorginho hasn't. Out of the three, he's played 46 games. Three of them were losses. Three of them were losses in Premier League. And people were saying Mason Mount and Tim Werner is the glue to our team. No, it's Jorginho. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm not shocked that Tuchel even resting Jorginho. Jorginho today is a must start. Must start. Because we're going to go in this game, right? Look at they play a 4-3, 4-2-3, kind of 4-3-3. That it's just there. I assume Bowen and Fornals and Lanzini will drop defending and then attacking. They'll go. So they kind of play, as a more of an 8, but then sometimes drop in and help Rice, and then Suchek as well. But we look at it now. Jorginho must start. Like, we can't have Loftus-Cheek playing. I'm done. I'm so sick of it, man. Like, I'm so sick of people saying Loftus-Cheek, man. I'm so done. This guy, he played, like, he did horrible wing back. People praising him for it. He was shocking. And I understand he has those one or two moments where he will get the ball. He'll do a dribble. Oh, Loftus-Cheek dribbled past 7 players. And then you turn around and he'll lose the ball 6 times, or he's off the ball. Like, he'll be if the ball is here. Wait, you can't see it. Hang on. If the ball is where Aspie is, and Rudiger's and Loftus-Cheek is a wing back, Loftus will be up here, and then he won't track back. He'll be walking back like the Kante mistake when Kante tried to chip it. Instead of tracking back and sprinting back to cover Silva or James, he was walking back this way. Like, I don't want to see what team do I support? What? There, that should answer it. Yeah, but big up to Yushi Shuni, man. Like, subscribe, but Loftus Cheek is not. I don't want this guy in my team. I understand if you want him in your team, that's your opinion. But my opinion is, I do not want him in my team. I do not want him. I'm done with him. I would rather have Werner play in the midfield, because Loftus Cheek, he just is off the ball is shocking. Let me get this picture up. Actually, because I forgot to do it last stream. And I was really watching that midfield against the Arsenal game. I was really watching it. Let me get this picture up. Now, people, you can look at the picture. This picture I'm going to share, right? Give me a sec. I'm going to have it here. I want you to look at it, and then I'm going to explain why. All right, so this is Arsenal 2-1. If I speak, I'm in trouble. Don't want to get in trouble. I'm going to explain it all now. Look at this midfield here. So we see Alonso would have came from the left, gone for attack, stuff it up. And this, I think, this was leading to think so. Alonso would have been here. Yeah, he would have lost it. Would check back. Look at Kante and Loftus. They don't know which job is who. They don't know whose job is who, and that's the problem. You cannot play Loftus. This is the thing. I think Loftus as a 10 is great. He's average. But we can't play him as a 10. We can't play him as an 8 because we've got better players in that position. Send him somewhere. I don't care. Send him somewhere. He's not going to work in our plans for the future. You can't put him in a double pivot. Tuchel in Monaco is playing in a double pivot. He's playing double pivot. So you bring in someone like Tuchel, right? Our two main midfielders are going to be Kovacic and Tuchel. Tuchel injured, right? We can't play Loftus-Cheek with Tuchel. It's not going to work. Because Loftus-Cheek is he's this attacker you can't even describe because he doesn't know how to play double pivot. You can't play Loftus-Cheek with Kovacic. You can't play him with Kante. You can't play him with Tuchel. You have to play him, if anything, with Jorginho because at least it's more structured. Kante doesn't know where he's playing with Loftus-Cheek. Not saying that it's Loftus-Cheek's fault. Kante's playing shit. No, Kante's playing horrible. But the old Kante would match, would figure out, okay, I got to cover 2 positions now because he was that good. So we'll look at this. Kante, and look, after this pass, let me see if I have the, let me just, don't want to go to the next picture. Yeah, thank God I didn't go to the next picture on stream. Joking. I don't know what this picture meant. I don't know what I was meaning with this picture. I'm trying to find the after that pass what happened. Okay, I couldn't find it. But after that, he kept driving. He drove right. I think that was shite. I don't know who that was. Sorry, through the middle. He drove right through the middle. Thankfully, Kante dropped back a bit and then got a foot to it and kind of put him off balance, and then Loftus took it off. But their positioning is all over the place. That's what I'm. It's more the positioning. Yes, they can get the tackle, but they're gonna put so much more effort in to get the tackle when they can just be in their right position. And this is just afterwards. This is the picture just afterwards. So he drove. They lost it and they got it back. And now look at this. Can I get a pen here? Where's my pen? I swear you can draw on this. Sure. So we see this is Kante here. Kante's here. It's because Sa. I don't know. That's us. AC. James. Aspie. Loftus here. Look at this space here. Look at the space there. He gets it here. He turns. Drops it off here. He runs. And passes it down this way. Okay, let me erase it for you to make it a bit clear. If Jorginho was in this position, okay, Kante positions too many men. He goes to the same person right here. They're on two men. He gets here. This is Christensen's job. Right, Christian here. He's jockeying. He's doing his job here for once. Jockeying here. So what he does, he's not going to go forward. He's going to go to the side. Loftus, who's walking back. Look at the posture. He's walking back. He's walking back. And then Smith Rowe will just jump right in here. And then Odegaard will give a nice ball right here to Shitty Rowe. That's how easy it takes for them to get a shot. Who can tell me what happened afterwards? Because I don't remember. I'll be honest. Don't remember. But Loftus did not get the ball. If we had Jorginho in that situation, Jorginho was there. Jorginho would be sitting right here. Kante's mistake, Jorginho would be holding the space here. Because he plays here. He plays deep. He doesn't play this much forward. You never see Jorginho standing here when the ball's here. He's always behind the ball or he's always in level with the ball. He's never behind the ball. And for a double pivot, because we've got Aspie here, obviously they're on a fast axe. We don't see any of our front three. Like, look at them. Like, I think that's shite. I think that's Ben shite here, and there's no front three. That shows how lazy our front three are. But when you've got Loftus sitting here, walking, by the way, he's not running anytime soon. Thinking, dreaming about something else with the cloud, dreaming, he gets shut off. And for a double pivot, you got to be in level with your players. You got to be pressing with the players. And he's just sitting there. That for me really annoys me. The way he just doesn't. He's never in position. And people go, "Oh yeah, okay, he's not in double pivot." Okay, get him out double pivot. You can't play double pivot. Don't say he's a versatile player. Don't say he's a versatile player because he's not a versatile player. Again here. Big up to Anxious Forever, big fan. Big up, shout out to Anxious Forever. If you're new, man, do sure like, subscribe. And Yushu, yeah, you probably figure out what team I support by now. Obviously by watching the stream. Let's go back into it. All right, in this position, too close. Look how close they are here. That's like 1 meter distance. Who's marking here? Who's marking the space here? Mind you, we have the ball. We have the ball. And he's still not playing in his normal position. He's still not playing as an attacking position. If you got the ball, look at they're waiting. It was just after I think just before I think Kante gave the ball to Christensen, and I think in Kedia clipped Christensen, and then Christensen went down. And this was just before Christensen went down. He just stands here. He should be running into that space. Run, run, run. But I just want to show you those pictures because for me, like looking just like you should. If you look at the timestamps, I put 20. It was 26 minutes for the first two, and then 29 minutes for the last one. That's 5 minute difference. That's not even 3 minute difference, and there's three mistakes. Imagine how many I could find. Imagine how many more I could find. But anyway, back to the lineup. So for me, Jorginho is a must up for this game. Jorginho is a must. Must. Now next to him, I think we force Kante. I think we play him. We have to. We don't have anyone else. As much as we want to rest him or drop him for being bad, we have to. We can't. We can't afford to play Loftus-Cheek. We can't afford to play Saul. I wouldn't mind seeing Saul maybe, but he hasn't played in a while, and I wouldn't risk it. I would play Kante for this game, for sure. And again, Kante Jorginho, they play great together. They play great together. I would rather Jorginho. I think Jorginho and Kovacic play the best together. But Jorginho and Kante play very well together. Nothing wrong with them two there. But these wing backs as well. James and Alonso for me have to play the wing backs. I don't think we can afford to play Aspilicueta on the wing again. We need some creative options now with Jorginho here. See, with Jorginho here, it means yes, we got to play a bit more attacking with our wing backs, but it means we're more structured and more secure with the transitions. And the reason why we're committing those goals, you could say last game, was the transitions. I would admit, Jorginho is not the best at transitions. He's not fast enough. He's not fast paced enough. But he does stop a lot of transitions from happening because he marks the space. He marks that open space that I was showing you. That Loftus-Cheek doesn't do that. Kante doesn't do because Kante, as I said, Kante and Kovacic are these two players where they're kind of in their own world, right? That they focus on themselves. They focus on, I'm just gonna attack the players here. I'm gonna run for Lanzini. I'm gonna run for Bowen. And they kind of get focused out of position. Jorginho covers those positions. He'll drop back so they can push up. Loftus-Cheek doesn't do that because he's too attacking mindset. I don't blame him. He's not a double pivot mindset. When Kante pushes up and kind of gets lost, not gets lost in a way, but like he's just so focused on the game and so focused in his positioning that he gets lost on where he is. Loftus-Cheek doesn't cover. He just stands right next to him. Again, like we just saw, Kante accidentally went to not accidentally, but he tracked with a second man instead of covering the space in the middle. Loftus-Cheek was walking back. Anyway, guys, if you're new, guys, make sure to do like, subscribe. And now let me have a look at the like count. Hopefully we're on 15 likes. If not, I want everyone to like the video right now. Let's hit 15 likes. We're on 11 likes. Come on, guys. We got 5 people in here. Everyone right now, like the video. Let's hit 15 likes, and we're gonna talk keepers. We're gonna talk keepers right now. So, what? Yunra is new. Yunra, I appreciate you joining, man. If you're new, please like, please subscribe, and let me know where you join. I'm always curious, guys, when you guys join the streams. I'm always curious where you guys like found me. Like, what you guys on the recommended from Twitter, from Discord? Like, let me know. All right, let's talk keepers now. All right, for me. Big up to Fly, Phase, F2 goalkeeping. My man's a goalkeeper. We're talking goalkeepers now, Fly. I want to get your opinion on this, Fly, Phase. Would you start Mendy or Kepa as a keeper? As a keeper for you. And do make sure to like, subscribe if you're new. That's alright, Junior. You here is already supporting me enough. So thanks, buddy. You're supporting me enough by just being in the chat. Do you know Jog Baba? I've heard of him. I think my friend Ankith from Almighty Blues. I think Coach Chiller had him on, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the guy with the bald head, if I'm not mistaken, the glasses. I'm pretty sure it's him. I think it's him. If not, sorry to the guy who that is, but I think that's him. Yeah. But yeah, big up to him. He's another Chelsea fan. Big up to him. Obviously, always respect my Chelsea fans because they are the best. I appreciate that, Union. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the support. I used to watch memes by TKC and yeah, no, I don't know who that is. But guys, Mendy or Kepa? All right. For me, Kepa starts this game. Kepa starts this game. I don't want to see Mendy on this pitch today. Ah, yeah, that's right. He's not uploading. Oh, Drug Baba. I thought. I didn't know he had his own channel. I've just seen him on like other channels. I didn't. I think I follow him on Twitter. I think I messaged him actually. But yeah, no, I know who he is. Then, no, great content creator. Big ups to him. If he's not uploading, get him to upload, guys. 'Cause he's got fantastic content there. Kepa, people might criticize me, but I think we should give him a shot, buddy. I'm with you. 100% agree. Today, today, Kepa must start. Um, not gonna say Mendy is shit because he's not. He's not. He's not shit. Mendy's our first keeper. Mendy's fantastic. But Kepa Arrizabalaga is starting today. I don't care. Kepa Arrizabalaga. This picture looks fucking dodgy as shit. But Kepa Arrizabalaga is starting today. Just want to get that picture up. Kepa is starting today. For me. Yeah, what am I doing? We're doing a debate now. Do we start Kepa or do we start Mendy? Let me put this now. Now, I want to get this picture up because I want to know could Mendy save this? I want to know your opinion. I want to know your opinion, guys. Does Kepa say this? I'm not going to say anything about this. I just want to know your opinion, guys. Do you think Mendy could have got this? Was a keeper? I was here on the one. Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah. Big up, bro. I appreciate you joining back. Appreciate you joining. Jog Baba is your cousin. Oh, nice, Bell. Big up to Jog Baba from the Zvoy family. If he's ever wanted to come on, you let him know, and I'll bring him on. Where you live? I'm from Australia, so down under in Australia. So yeah, nice and early down here. Give Kepa a chance. Exactly. I was on Instagram this morning, and I was seeing all these comments. Give Kepa a chance, and I was surprised, and I was happy. Kepa needs to be started this game because Mendy has been on very bad form. Very bad form. Very bad form. If this was any other keeper, they would not be on this pitch. If that was Kepa, he wouldn't be. He would be on Lazio by now. Kepa needs to start this game, and I'll tell you why. We're in a spot where we're taking these risks. Last game, we took the risk. We rested. We took the risk. We rested Silva. We rested 7 of our players, but we didn't take the risk of starting Kepa. Today, Kepa has to start to take that risk. Right now, Kepa's already better than Mendy on the form he is. There's no way we put Kepa in and he's going to be worse than Mendy. There's no way. Give him a chance. If he doesn't perform, start Mendy next game. Doesn't matter. Start him next game. We'll never talk about it again. We'll send him to Lazio. You know, we won't talk about it. Mendy starts. But if Kepa does well, that's going to be the question. When he does well, where do we go from here? Because Kepa, if he performs, he can make it as a rotational keeper. You know, so he can possibly become our first keeper in general. But I don't think Tuchel likes him, and that's the one thing I don't like about Tuchel. He doesn't back Kepa. Kepa under Tuchel hasn't made any major mistakes like Mendy has. Yes, Mendy's playing more games. Mendy's playing higher games, but Kepa, for the games he's been given, he hasn't made a mistake. For the games Mendy's been given, he's made mistakes. Tuchel trusts Mendy higher that he puts him in the bigger games and still makes mistakes. Yeah. I'm from Australia, from Germany. Nice. Yeah. So for me, Kepa 100% starts. No, I don't watch cricket. I don't know anything about cricket. Nah, don't watch it. Don't know anything about it. Just football here. Just football. Just soccer. But yeah, if we start Kepa today, for me, I think he'll do a very good job today. I think he'll do very, very well because he's got the confidence right now. He knows he wants to show Tuchel how good of a keeper he is. And when you've got an out of form Mendy, and we're taking these risks, we're starting we're starting Saar, we're starting Loftus Cheek, we're starting like look, we risk Werner to play, and look how well he did. Like we're not giving Kepa the number one spot, but we're giving Kepa a shot at what he deserves. Remember, he got us in the FA Cup final, he got us in the Club World Cup final, and he got us in the Carabao Cup final. He didn't play any of them. 1 out of 3 were lost. Wait, two. Wait, no, one. 1 out of 2 were lost. Could it be a third one today lost? It's very worrying the way Mendy is right now. It's very worrying for me because the more he plays and the more he's out of this form, he's just gonna have that mindset. Yeah. I don't need to work on myself. Who's gonna come in? Kepa. He just wants to start that pitch because these players are already trained their basic level. They know how to kick a ball. He knows how to make a save. He really knows what to do. So if he's got no competition against him, like shit, Kepa can come take my place. What's he gonna be? What's he gonna be training for? He knows he's a good keeper. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm a bit of out of form. Doesn't matter. No one's gonna replace me. But if Kepa starts and Kepa gives him that competition, he'll be like, shit, someone's up my ass now. I could possibly lose my spot. He'll start training even more. He'll start getting mindset. Shit, I gotta play good this game because I have some competition. And he needs to have that. I mean, you got a keeper like Kepa, like who's the second best, the rotational keeper. Like, tell me another keeper who is as good as Kepa as sitting on the bench. Like, who's a secondary keeper. I can say Donnarumma. Besides that, I don't know anyone else. Henderson's not as good. Like, Kepa's won us trophies. Like, people don't know that. Like, he's won us a lot of trophies. Europa League, he won us. Like, he made that save. During the penalties. Well, what else comes to mind? Just right now, he got us into the Carabao Cup, saved the penalties for that. Got us into the Club World Cup, saved the penalties for that. Won us the Club World Cup final. Like, there's just so much. There's so much. There is so much he's done for us. But like, people just look at him under Lampard. Under Sarri, he wasn't even like, he was okay. We just had a shit defense, and he was like an average keeper. Like, he wasn't 80 million worth, yes, but he was an average keeper. Lampard, he was shocking. He was in the worst form of his life. Tuchel comes in. Tuchel changes that. He makes him a good keeper again. And then just because people they go, oh, but he was shit. But he was shit. Now he's good. But people don't see that. I don't know. For me, guys, let me know what you guys think. Let me get the lineup up. Get the lineup. We'll do the lineup now, and I'll officially do it, and I'll kind of explain it in detail more. But again, guys, do you want Kepa or Mendy in goals? Because I'm telling you, I people are like, the reason I'm talking about this so much, the reason I'm talking about this is because I said, and I have proof. I said back in January, I said Kepa is a fantastic keeper. He can possibly become, oh my fucking god, he can possibly become a rotational keeper for us, and possibly come and make the first spot. I said that back in January. Like I said, he can possibly come make the first spot. And I said, straight after that West Ham game, Mendy's kind of on a, Mendy's worrying for me. I wouldn't rest him yet, but I'll keep an eye on him. Right? Come Madrid, before the game, I said I wouldn't start Mendy. I think the Brentford game was an indication that he's not on his form. I think AFCON, he's been tired, he's been mentally drained. They start him, he makes a major mistake, kicking us out of the tie. Then I said I wouldn't start him against. Then we had Palace. I wouldn't start him against Palace. Thankfully, I wouldn't start him against Southampton. That's right. I wouldn't start him against Southampton. I would rest him for the next Madrid game because I want him to start the next Madrid game. We didn't rest him. Thankfully, our team played well and we won 6-0 because there were no shots taken on him. Mendy can't handle multiple shots coming at him. No keeper can. Like, if you get 6-7 shots at you, you're going to get tired. Only a few keepers can have that stamina to keep it up. He only had one shot on him, and I was so lucky he got the save, and that was a good save. Good save. I was like, all right, I'll start him this Madrid game. I want him to start this Madrid game. He just average. For me, I think he could have got a couple of saves. He didn't. All right, we'll move on. Arsenal. Was it Arsenal straight after? No, it was Palace. Palace. I was like, you know what? I would give Kepa a chance. I think Kepa should start. I think Mendy's had his shot. Done fantastic. Mendy didn't have to do anything, thankfully, and we won the game. Lucky. Arsenal. I said, no, I'm not starting him. We can't afford to start him. He cost 4 goals. So it didn't cost us 4 goals. He let in 4 goals. Come West Ham. I'm going to say it again. I don't want Mendy to play this game. I don't want him to play this game. I want Mendy. I want Kepa to come in. What's the risk? What's the risk? There's no risk. There's no risk of starting Kepa because we're already starting these shitty players like Sa, like who else do we start? Sa, Christensen, even Havertz who's out of form, Loftus Cheek. We're starting these shitty players, but we're not going to start an actual good proven keeper, and that worries me from Tuchel. That worries me that he's personally getting in, like he's personally rejecting Kepa from playing on that pitch, and that really scares me because as good as a keeper Kepa is, he's not being played, and that for me is scary. That he'll leave. He'll end up leaving if he doesn't get the game time. What's they? Do I live in? Oh, we live Victoria. Victoria, yeah. Kepa, exactly. Kepa has to start. Oh, I reread that. No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't watch that. Yeah, I know. Like, I think I'm not too sure anything about the IPL. I just don't, like the national teams in India, Australia, England. Like, just when they play, I'll just hear it here and there. But yeah, for me, playing goals. I've said it every single game since the Madrid game. No, I said it since the Brentford game. I've put them in Brentford. I said Brentford. I don't really starting. Letting 4 goals there. Like, we have to start Kepa. Give him a shot. See how he does. Because the last time he played for us, remember that he played Tottenham for us when Mendy was at AFCON in January. How good he was us. How good. I think he let in 1 goal. And I don't know, man. It pissed me off because he's done so well for us and he doesn't get the recognition he deserves. Start him in this game. If he does well, let's have a serious talk about him. Seriously talk about him. If he doesn't do well, we'll have another serious talk about it. But you can't start him and assume he's going to get worse than Mendy because he's obviously going to rock up on the pitch and be better than Mendy automatically because Mendy is that much out of form. But I have a feeling he's going to start Mendy. I have a really high feeling he'll start Mendy because it's just obvious. If he didn't start Kepa the final for FA Cup, I don't know when he's going to start Kepa. Not even Southampton started their first keeper against us. Instead of the other one, not Guaita. But it really worries me why he's not being started. But let's go back line. I'm gonna spark through these because I'm gonna start to get going soon. So on the left for me would be Chalobah. The middle, Silva. On the right, Aspie. I can't believe we've downgraded from Rudiger to Chalobah now. I mean, Rudiger's injured, but this is what we're going to be playing with next year. Possibly Sahi. I'll be honest, I don't see Aspie or Thiago Silva playing as many games. Because I do see Thiago Silva becoming a rotational player. I do see him just playing the big games. But these FA Cups, these Norwiches or the Fulhams, whoever's coming in from the other one, these games I don't see Thiago Silva playing. I see us restricting his game time just because of his age, and that's reasonable enough. That's very reasonable. He's done fantastic for us, and I hope he can play the same season he did this season, like the start, and just bang it out. But his age is catching up. Unfortunately, he can't. So we have to sign a Koundé and maybe Koulibaly. For me, I would sign 3. I would sign Schlotterbeck, Koundé, and Koulibaly. But that's not gonna happen. Like I'm just realistically, I think we'll just sign Koundé. I think we'll only sign one, and we'll have a Koundé, Diago, Chalobah, or I don't know, like a Koundé. Koundé again needs to get into this team. Like he still needs to get used to it. Man, I don't know. What if we kept Zuma or Tomori? Like what would have happened? I don't know, but that's finished. On the right, James goes in for me. Definitely Reece James for me. Now the two In the pivot, Jorginho, like I said, must start. I showed you some evidence of Loftus Cheek. You know, people can call it waffle. Oh, I'm just chatting shit. Well, the truth. So take it or leave it. Kante, as I said, don't want to start no Loftus Cheek. Don't want to start. Obviously we can't start Kovacic, and I wouldn't risk Saul. I wouldn't risk it. I think we just go with Kante. I think we have to play with him. Just force him. We'll see how he does with Jorginho, with our second best midfielder at the moment, Jorginho, because he can play well with other players. That's the thing. He plays so well with these players. Like we can bring in an under 14, 15 players, and that guy could possibly do well. And I think that's what is unrecognized from Jorginho. I think players can have no chemistry with Jorginho, but then somehow out their positioning will be well. And they can we can drop RRC in here, maybe have a decent game against with Jorginho. Like for me, Jorginho, I think the way he positions himself and positions others is fantastic. Chelsea's going to sign okay players, and then they're going to go for out of form. And he plays like casual, like Snes. Nah, I think a goalkeeper is the least important. I think center. We need a center back. We need two center backs. We need a right. We need a wing back. Another option for the wing back. We need a midfielder and we need a striker. We need 5 players, and we got to get rid of Christensen, Rudiger are going. Christensen, Rudiger, RLC, Werner, Barkley, Hudson-Odoi on loan, and Lukaku. 7. Remove 7 players, bring in 6. For me, that's what I would do. On the left, Alonso again. I'll keep Alonso, man, because we have to. Like, if we don't get a wing back replacement, which I don't think we will, I think he'll think Alonso is enough. I think we'll keep Alonso. Like, well, what's Kennedy done for us, man? Pisses me off how we signed fucking Kennedy. Like, come on, man. I knew it was gonna be fucking joke, man. On the left, as I said, Werner, until this man just stops playing, just keep playing him, because he's just, as soon as we stop playing him, he's gonna get out of form. Up front, Havertz up front. And on the right, Mount. Oh, I think Mount as well. Like we used to kind of, like, oh, let's not force Mount to play. We need him for this many games. Like he's played 2 games in a row. Let's rest him. I think now he's like capable of playing like 4 or 5 games, like just like without needing to have a rest. I think he's at the stage where, like, thankfully, he's not getting injured from just playing too many games, which is good. That's what more from an attacker. So, yep, I would start Mount. Possibly maybe Pulisic, maybe Ziyech. Man, I'm not confident in Ziyech anymore, man. I back Ziyech, but when we're in a 3, I see nothing from him. Like when he comes on, I just know nothing's gonna happen if you're playing a 3 because I have no confidence in Ziyech. I just don't have any. Unfortunately, I just can't get I can't wrap my head around like, oh, he's coming on. Yes, it's gonna be a game changer. I just can't because I don't see it. Jorginho's overrated. He's in Juventus and he's on someone improve them in. Yeah, I don't think he's overrated. I think people overrate how bad he is. To be honest with you, I think he's an average midfielder. I think he's a good midfielder. I wouldn't say he's a legend. I wouldn't say he's going to go in the books. I wouldn't say he's a Ballon d'Or winner, but I think he's a good midfielder. And unfortunately, some like these trophies that he's won, and he's won a UCL, won a Euro, and unfortunately, like they put him in. He won UEFA Player of the Year, I think, and he came third in the Ballon d'Or. Third in the Ballon d'Or. As much as I want to say, like obviously he didn't deserve it. Like he didn't mean, but I'm gonna hype it up because like yeah, he's coming third in the Ballon d'Or. Tell me another midfielder like him in a third Ballon d'Or, and I think using those trophies reflects him to be overrated for some people, which I don't see as a factor of overrating him. Like he's deserved those trophies in a way. Like he's won so much where he deserves it, but it's like you can't point out an individual who could have won it. Like in the midfield, I don't know anyone else who could have won it. Like, yeah, we can say Kante or Modric maybe. I don't know anyone like Jorginho. He won so much. He won us. He was the main reason why I won the Champions League. He's the main reason why they won the Euros. He's fantastic. I think just that the 13 Ballon d'Or was a bit much, and I think they use that to as an excuse and as evidence to be like, oh yeah, he's overrated. Look at the trophies he's winning. This is a world class trophy. He's not a world class player. I think he's an average player. I think he's very average. I think he's fantastic. I think he's great for Chelsea. If he leaves, he leaves. If he stays, he stays. Personally, I want him to stay because I want him to stay over Loftus-Cheek because they call Loftus-Cheek a versatile player, but he can't play in a double pivot. He can't play in a double pivot. Why would we want a player who can't and won't be using our plans? For me, that's just stupid. Like, yeah, obviously he's not. He's nowhere near like a world class midfielder. I don't think he's a world class midfielder. I don't think he's ever as good as Kante. In Kante's prime. However, the reason he won those trophies is because there was no competition like the prime Kante. Like when Kante was at his prime, he had competition from remember Modric. Here he was unbelievable. Busquets, like Rakitic, even Muller. Like there was so much competition that Kante had to go through. De Bruyne and De Bruyne. There was so much competition Kante had to go through that it was hard for him to win trophies. However, last year these players were existence. Like De Bruyne wasn't that good. He was injured for half the season, and they only won the Prem. Muller, they didn't get anything. Like they didn't win anything special. Modric again, they didn't win anything special. Like Jorginho won the two hardest trophies, so it made him automatically go up the scale to win the trophy. Like it makes sense why he won it. But I get it. You can call him overrated for winning trophies, but it's trophies that he deserved. Like it's not he didn't deserve to win it. He didn't win the Ballon d'Or. He came top three. Like I don't know. As a Chelsea fan, like I keep it consistent. Like if I hate Loftus Cheek, but if someone's coming out and saying Loftus, I don't know, Henderson's better than Loftus Cheek, I'll still back Loftus Cheek because I'm a Chelsea fan first. I don't think Chelsea fans like respect the players. Like yeah, all right, they go, oh, we're gonna be honest here. We're gonna be honest. Like yes, all right, we're gonna be honest. Like yeah, fair enough. But sometimes you just gotta back your players like that. You gotta back Jorginho, man. He's lost 3 games out of the last 46 Premier League games he started. That's a massive stat. It's a massive stat. Massive stat. But yeah, anyway, that's on Jorginho. I hope he starts this game. I'm looking forward to the lineup. I'm wondering how the lineup will become because, to be honest with you, it's going to be very all over the place. Like, it might not even be this. Maybe excuse me, for all we know, maybe Mendy will start and Saul starts or something. Oh, shit. What's happened here? What's happened here? But yeah, I don't know. Jorginho, like, sometimes when I speak about him, it's like all over the place because I'm always just discussing about him and I always like forget where I'm on about him because, man, I'm always just talking about that guy because, again, I think he gets overhated by the fans. I think the fans overhate him. I don't think he deserves that much hate from the fans. The fans are going to respect him. I think he's a respected player. But yeah, guys, last 4 people in here, guys. If you're new, make sure to like, subscribe. How many likes are we on right now? We're on 15 likes. I appreciate that. So let's get to 20. We went up 2 subs this stream. I appreciate everyone subbing. Then to the new one, Yuna, appreciate subbing Yuna. Factos, Jorginho has to start. He's rested a lot recently. We don't control games then. Again, facts. Like we don't control the games. And I was MG. If you go back about 30 minutes, I was using photographic evidence of how we are out of control and out of structure when Jorginho isn't on that pitch. Because Jorginho is a good player. We have to have him in our team because let's look at it. We can't play Loftus-Cheek Kante. We can't play Loftus-Cheek Kovacic. We can't play Loftus-Cheek Saul. We can't play Kante Loftus-Cheek. Sometimes we can play Kante Kovacic, but it's hard. Jorginho is the glue to our midfield. He's the glue to our team. 3 losses in the last 46 games when Jorginho has started. That's a massive stat. He's won 43 games out of his 46 games he started for Chelsea in the Premier League in the last 46 games. That's called the glue to our team. That's the real glue to our team. So, again, For me, I think the hate over Jorginho, I think it's past its prime. I think people are now understanding how good of a midfielder he is. I think they're finally waking up. Because now, I'm not going to mention names, but I know people who don't like Jorginho, and I haven't heard anything from them. Because obviously he hasn't been playing, and we've been losing. Like, it doesn't make sense for me, man. Like, we saw the Brentford, we saw Arsenal. It's the Premier League games where he needs to be starting, and when we get actually absolutely fucking turned over when he's on the pitch. I get Jorginho has his flaws, but when we don't have controls in the team, we loan Gilmore, should be in rotation for Georgie. For me, Gilmore, it's a tricky one because I wouldn't mind him in the team. Yes, I would have loved to have him, but however, he went on loan. But I don't think now, looking at him at Norwich, I don't think he was ready to come back. And we could sit here and go, but we shouldn't have loaned him like it was a mistake. But we can't predict how he would have went at Chelsea. Like he did all right with us. I think he was fantastic. But for a full season, I don't know. I don't see him coming back yet. I see him getting Gallagher. For me, I would let if no offers come for Jorginho, I will let him extend his contract. I wouldn't force him out. If Juventus come in and go, you know what, we're going to buy Chelsea. If AC Milan come, you know what, we're going to buy Jorginho. I'll go, all right, give me the right price and I'll do it. But I wouldn't force Jorginho out of the club. I wouldn't force him out because he's, as I said, I used this analogy last time. We get Tuchel, Kovacic, right? Kovacic is injured, right? Tuchel looks on the bench. I'm Tuchel right now. All right. Who do I have? Who do I have here? All right, I've got Jorginho and Kante. Oh, I've got fucking world class players on my bench. Fantastic. I don't need to worry. But let's say so that means now Jorginho can fill in with anyone because he can play with any midfielder, and Kante can come in for Tuchel or Kovacic and play with Tuchel because they play together in France. But if we sell Jorginho and we keep Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic gets injured and Kante's not feeling well, he's going to look on the bench and go, fuck, I've got Loftus-Cheek who can't play in a double pivot. I've got Loftus-Cheek who can't play in a double pivot, who can't play with this player, who can't play in a defensive six, or can't play in an attacking eight. What the hell am I going to do? And he's going to sub him on. Loftus-Cheek cannot play in a double pivot. Let's not keep him. Let's play players who will fit our system. Okay, you know what? Loftus-Cheek might be a better player attacking-wise than Jorginho, but in our system, he's not better. Like, I don't understand. Like, would you rather have a car that goes on 4 wheels or a car that's faster but it's on 2 wheels? Which ones will be more capable? Would be more safe? You know, like, what's more safe, a car or a motorcycle? A car. What's more faster, motorcycle or car? Motorcycle. But the car's more safer. Having Jorginho is a more safer option for the long term. We don't need to, all right, yeah, he's not as fast or as good as Loftus attacking wise, but he's more safe. We don't need to make a risk. Gilmore is a national six. He's doing bad at Norwich because he went to a shit team. Like, I don't blame him, but I think he's very young. I think he had the injury problem. I wouldn't force him in. I would force him in when Jorginho leaves. So maybe next season, or whatever happens, we'll figure out for long. But obviously, he's going to be at this club. The only thing, he's a bit short. He's short. And that worries me because I like my sixes and my double pivots to be a bit tall, like Tuchel and Rice, a bit physical as well. And he's very good. I think there was a stat. He's very good aerially, but he's short. He's short, man. He's short. Like, people can go, oh, but Kante's short. That's an exception to the rule. An exception to the rule doesn't make the rule. He's the one out of, like, how many sixes CDMs are there that are short? You got to be a bit tall to be a six. You got to be a bit physical. Gilmore, for me, isn't the most physical. Maybe he can improve on that. As I said, Premier League is a very physical game. I wish Ziyech, Pulisic, Hudson, everyone bulked up during lockdown like Mount did. Mount was so smart about that, and he did. I don't know what that says, so I'm not going to read that. But, yeah, I mean, it's past now. Yeah. But that's it, guys. 8:05 Blue Morning on Coachella Chelsea Perspective channel is happening right now, guys. So go do check out Chelsea Perspective. We're going to go live now. But it's in German. I don't know if it's me, but they need someone to rotate for Georgie because I think there's a lot of pressure on him. And yeah. I mean, there is. Tuchel coming in is if we get Tuchel and Kovacic, I'll be serious. Our problems will be fixed. And then say Kovacic is tired, we look at our bench. We bring Jorginho on. We bring Kante on. Tuchel, Kovacic is tired. One of them are tired. We've got Jorginho and Kante, who are starting squad players to come on the pitch. If we have Loftus-Cheek, it's so. As I said, I'm gonna use the same analogy. Would you rather have a car that has 4 wheels, that's more safe and that's more reliable, but it's not as fast, but it's safer? Or would you have a car with 3 wheels, which is so much faster, but it's not as safe? Take the 3 wheels as Loftus-Cheek and the 4 wheels as Jorginho. Having 4 wheels and having a more safer option is better for Chelsea because we don't need to take these risks. And he'll be a rotational player next season. So we don't even need him to be this agile player that world-class perform because he's going to be on the bench. He's going to be help us on the bench when these players are injured or tired. It just fits our system so much more than a Loftus-Cheek, who's, yes, maybe better attacking-wise than Jorginho. He may be faster, as a 3 wheels analogy, but he's not as safer because he's not a safe option and the double pivot. But yeah, that's it for the stream, guys. I hope everyone did enjoy the games in 9, 10, but 3. It's 11? Yeah, it's 11. But 3 hours, so stay tuned for that, guys. Do go follow my Twitter right now on the screen. Where is it? Right there, guys. So go do follow that now. Like, subscribe, post notifications on right now, guys. How many likes are we ending the stream on? 15 likes. All right, not bad, guys. But I think we could have got to 20. We had a lot of people in here. Next live, I will be live probably tomorrow. I'll probably be live tomorrow. I'll probably be live tomorrow. For the review at this time. So do stay tuned for that. My score prediction for Chelsea West Ham as I finalize the stream is 3-0. I'm just throwing it out there. I said that the other day. I'm just gonna stick to it. Whatever. 3-0. Hopefully we get it. Kepa starts. It's gonna be a clean sheet. So that's how we start, guys. Guys, we've still got 6 people in here. So I want to hit 20 likes right now. Let's like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Like Fly has done here. Massive support. I appreciate him so much. Do what he's doing, guys. Become a supporter. Everyone enjoyed the stream, and everyone did enjoy it because everyone was chatting, everyone was liking, everyone was subscribing. So do be one of them who likes, subscribe. Oh yeah, Index Day tomorrow as well. I don't know if it's a day off for me or Union. I'm not too sure. I got to double check that. I think it is. But yeah, fantastic. Up the Chels. Let's take the fucking win. Come on, boys.